Let's create this bass sound. This is the Mini V by Arturia, a reproduction of the famous Mini Moog synthesizer. So let's see what we have. Go through some of the modules that we have. First of all, on the left, we have some controllers. For example, the mode amount. This means the modulation amount. We also have glide control. We have unison, and then we have the oscillator bank. And here you can find 3 oscillators. And each of them can be set to different tuning. We have different wave shapes for each one of them, waveforms. And then in the mixer section, you can see that only the first one is engaged. And we also have drive, we have feedback, we have noise, and then everything goes into the filter. We also have loudness contour, and we also have the contour or the envelope for the filter. So let's get started. First of all, it sounds very much like any other synthesizer. We have a sawtooth wave shape. So first thing that I'm going to do is play a little bit with the loudness contour. And this is our envelope. So you can see a couple of things. First of all, we have attack, decay, sustain, but we don't see release. But we do have this little switch, and it's on. If you hover on top of this, you'll see that it enables the release stage, the same duration level as the decay. So they are connected. So let's have a longer decay. Right, so this is already set. And next we can play just a little bit with the filter. So here you can find the cutoff frequency. We have emphasis. This is our resonance or the bump or the boost around the cutoff point. So we can have just a little bit of that. And now let's play with the cutoff. So we are opening and closing our filter. This is a low pass filter. It lets the low frequencies pass and it cuts away the high frequencies. Other things that we can do here, by the way, is add unison voices. You can see it right here on the left side. And now this sounds like this. A little phasey. Now, what I want to do is I want to have thicker but lower sounds. So I'm changing the range. But we also need to engage the second oscillator. And we can use the feedback to drive the signal back into the filter. That can definitely create some odd sounds or distortion. Now, if you see VCF anywhere, that means voltage controlled filter. But for us, this is just the filter. Now, if we want to control how the filter is opening and closing using the envelope, we can set the attack. And then, of course, what we also need to do is add amount or use the amount of contour. So let's use 80% or so and get the starting point very low, somewhere just like here. So the more emphasis, the more wah-wah kind of sound we'll get. It already sounds great even without any effects, but we can go into the advanced panel and use some effects. For example, what we can do is add just a little bit of compression, and we'll just set the threshold, and we can have a makeup gain. And let's add a little bit of, for example, distortion or Beat Crusher. I'll go with the distortion. And we can change the type here. We have tons of options. And last, we can also add a little bit of reverb. Let's go back to the main panel.